She said, I see my son. She said, look, is your
What looks like blood in there?
It's not blood, it's deer meat.
Holy so we got a body.
It's not blood, it's deer meat. A mother's chilling lie unravels a custody nightmare. From a father's cold-blooded execution to a couple's twisted natural selection, these true crime stories expose the unimaginable horror of parents turning killers. This documentary delves into 3 devastating cases: Julissa Thaler's shotgun murder of her son Eli Hart in Minnesota, Seth Welch and Tatiana Fusari's starvation of their daughter Mary Ann in Michigan, and Tyrone Johnson's execution-style killing of 10-year-old Ricky Ryan Willis in Florida. With custody battles, religious delusions, and domestic rage, these tragedies reveal the darkest betrayal. Join us as we confront: how do parents become monsters, and can justice honor the lost? Julissa Thaler, the custody killer.
What looks like blood in there?
It's not blood, it's deer meat.
Eli was an innocent, loving 6-year-old boy. He did not deserve this. Eli deserved to grow up and have a safe and happy life.
It's not blood, it's deer meat. A mother's desperate lie shatters a family's world. What fuels a custody battle to turn deadly? We begin in Spring Park, Minnesota, on May 20th, 2022, where Julissa Thaler, a 28-year-old mother with a history of drug abuse and delusional behavior, was pulled over by Orono police for a traffic stop. Driving a silver Chevy Impala with smashed windows and a missing tire, Thaler claimed, "Kids were shooting at my car."
I have a broken windshield and I'm missing a tire because some kids were shooting at my car.
Officers noticed what looked like blood in the trunk. "It's deer meat from a farm around here," she insisted.
It's not blood, it's deer meat. I had a big bag there's a farm around here that does deer meat and hamburger.
But upon opening it, they made a horrific discovery. The body of her 6-year-old son, Eli Hart, shot 9 times with a shotgun, wrapped in a blanket. Eli, a kindergartner known for his smile and energy, had been returned to Thaler's custody just 10 days earlier by Dakota County Child Protection Services, despite red flags. Thaler had lost custody twice before, in October 2020 and most of 2021, due to 21 police calls to her Farmington home in 10 months, arrests for stealing drugs from a clinic, and bizarre behavior like accusing foster parents of poisoning Eli. Despite Tory Hart's ongoing custody battle and warnings, CPS moved Eli back early on May 10, 2022. Thaler celebrated with a gun range visit, buying ammunition that blows the biggest hole. Police found Eli's backpack and car seat discarded in dumpsters, along with Thaler's disturbing Google searches. How much blood can a 6-year-old lose? And how much does life insurance pay for a child? Charged with first-degree premeditated murder and second-degree murder, Minnesota, Stat Section 609.185, Thaler rejected a plea deal for 40 years. At her February 2023 trial in Hennepin County District Court, before Judge Jamie Anderson, prosecutors painted a premeditated plot. Thaler claimed Eli attacked her, but no evidence supported this. Jurors deliberated less than 2 hours before convicting her on both counts. At sentencing on February 16, 2023, Tory Hart testified, "Eli was everything to me. He completed my life. I just love spending time with him." Josie Josephson, Hart's partner, added,
Eli was a happy 6-year-old boy, our little boy, that we loved so deeply.
"Eli was the happy 6-year-old boy we loved deeply." Thaler, defiant, said,
"I'm innocent. Fuck you all. You're garbage."
"I'm innocent. Fox you all. You're garbage," flipping off the camera. Judge Anderson sentenced her to life without parole. Eli's brutal murder is one of the most horrific cases I've encountered. Now 31, Thaler serves at Minnesota Correctional Facility Shakopee. Hart sued Dakota County for negligence, settling in 2024 for $1.5 million. CBS Minnesota, Care 11. Eli's life, full of promise, ended in betrayal, highlighting Minnesota's 15% rise in child custody-related incidents from 2018 to 2022, Minnesota DHS data. Seth Welch and Tatiana Fusari, Natural Selection's Cruel End.
I didn't think at all that she was going to die.
It didn't seem smart to me that you would be saving people who weren't the fittest. If evolution believes in survival of the fittest, shouldn't we just let the weak die off and let the strong survive?
Shouldn't we just let the weak die off and let the strong survive? A father's chilling words doom his daughter. What happens when religion twists into neglect? Next, we travel to Solon Township, Michigan, on August 2nd, 2018, where Seth Welch, 27, called 911. She's cold. She's not breathing. His 10-month-old daughter, Marianne Welch, weighed just 8 pounds, less than at birth, and lay on a urine-soaked, moldy mattress. Tatiana Fusari, 27, Welch's wife, watched as deputies arrived. Mary's eyes were sunken, her body emaciated from malnutrition and dehydration, confirmed by autopsy. The couple, devout Christians with 3 children, refused medical care for Mary, citing religious beliefs and distrust of doctors. Welch, a farmer, viewed her as part of natural selection, saying, "I'm used to dealing with wild bodies on this farm. Kids not making it is common." Fusari admitted they noticed Mary's thinness a month earlier, but feared CPS removal. "We failed to reach out for medical help due to lack of faith in services and religious reasons. No vaccinations, no pediatric visits. Mary's siblings lived in filth, with Bibles quoting survival of the fittest on fences."
That you murdered one Mary Welch. That is a charge called homicide, felony murder. It is life without parole. It requires a DNA sample to be taken upon arrest.
Charged with felony murder and first-degree child abuse, Michigan. Comparons Laws Section 750.316. The couple's arraignment video went viral. Welch's jaw dropped. Fusari sobbed as Judge Sarah Smolensky read charges carrying life without parole. Welch claimed framing.
Being made an example of for my very strong faith.
"I'm being made an example for my strong faith." At Welch's January 2020 trial in Kent County Circuit Court before Judge Maura Corrigan, prosecutors showed texts and videos of Welch's anti-medicine rants. Jurors convicted him in 80 minutes. Sentenced to life without parole, Welch said, "I believe I'm unfairly charged." Fusari's 2021 trial before Judge Christopher Yates revealed abuse. Welch beat and raped her, controlling her silence. She pleaded no contest to second-degree murder and child abuse, receiving life with parole eligibility after 20 years. Now 33, she serves at Women's Huron Valley Correctional Facility. Welch, 33, is at Oaks Correctional Facility. The case, covered by MLive and Wood TV, prompted Michigan's 2019 faith-healing law reforms, with 200 neglect deaths from 2015 to 2020. Michigan DHHS data. Mary's siblings were adopted. Her short life, a tragedy of twisted faith. Tyrone Johnson, the TV rage execution.
She said, "I see my son." She said, "Look, it's your."
You're living out the nightmare of every parent. A grandfather's grief echoes. What snaps a man to execute a child? We conclude in Tampa, Florida, on October 21st, 2018, where Tyrone Johnson, 42, called 911. "I shot my girlfriend and her son." Deputies found Stephanie Willis, 34, dead from multiple gunshot wounds, and her 10-year-old son, Ricky Ryan Willis, shot under his bed. Johnson, bloodied, claimed self-defense. A TV argument over football escalated when Stephanie pushed him from his knee scooter due to a leg injury. He grabbed his Glock 22.40 caliber pistol, shooting her as she held a PlayStation controller. Ricky, hearing shots, hid under his bed. Johnson hunted him, firing through the mattress. "He accused me of hitting his mother." Ricky, struck 4 times, died from blunt force and gunshot trauma. Johnson staged the scene, calling 911 after moving bodies. Indicted for first-degree murder of Ricky, second-degree murder of Stephanie, aggravated child abuse, and shooting into an occupied dwelling, Florida Stat Section 782.04. He claimed Ricky intervened aggressively.
Suffice it to say that a precious child is dead. This murder was heinous, atrocious, and cruel. For those acts, I sentence you to death.
At his November 2021 trial in Hillsborough County Circuit Court before Judge Christopher Sabella, prosecutors proved premeditation. Johnson reloaded and pursued Ricky. Victim impact statements devastated. Robert Hewitt, Stephanie's father, said, "You took my daughter and grandson, my future generations." Ricky's aunt added, "Ryan was full of life." Johnson showed no remorse, sobbing in interrogation, but blaming victims. Convicted on all counts, the jury recommended death 10-2 for Ricky's murder. On December 12, 2022, Judge Sabella sentenced Johnson to death. Ricky was vulnerable, hiding in fear. You hunted him like an animal. Aggravators included prior violent felony and HAC, heinous, atrocious, cruel. Now 49, Johnson awaits appeal at Union Correctional Institution. The case, covered by Tampa Bay Times and Fox 13, highlighted Florida's 12% rise in domestic homicides from 2018 to 2023, FDLE data. Hewitt sued, settling for $2 million in 2024. These three tragedies, Thaler's custody rage, Welch and Fusari's neglectful faith, Johnson's execution, shatter the parent-child bond. From hidden bodies to starved innocence, what breaks the unbreakable? Can justice mend the irreparable? If you or someone needs help, call 988, Suicide and Crisis Lifeline, or 1-800-799-7233, National Domestic Violence Hotline. Share your thoughts below, and stay tuned for more true crime stories that probe the heart of justice.